हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायी परिचयः इत्यत्र सुबन्तप्रकरणस्य अद्य अष्टमः अभ्यासवर्गः। आदौ वन्दनम्। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। This is the list for today. I hope to go at least 50%, a little bit more. I have been asking a lot of questions. Now the words are going to be repeated. The same questions don't make sense again and again. Therefore, we might be able to go a little bit faster as compared to previous classes. I would have loved to finish this entire Abhyasa Pustakam in 10 classes, but I don't think it's possible. Maybe let's try to finish it in, say, 15 classes max. So let us start. Ashutosh ji, we will have your three words together. Agnimat, Surud and Dvisha, very well presented in a tabular form. And because these prakriyas are very similar, we'll actually go in a horizontal way.
Namaskar. Shall I start?
Yes, please start. You, whatever way you prefer. If you want to take one word at a time, you can do that. If you want to do one vibhakti at a time horizontally, you can do that. It's completely up to you.
I'll take a full table. So Prathama Ekvachan, like for example, for all the three.
That makes sense, yes.
I tried to keep it very compact. After I heard the first presentation and your comments, I thought it will be a good idea to redo the whole thing. So
perfect, sounds good.
Yeah. Supratyay pad sangya suptagandam padam. It means pad sangya pulling sarvanam sthanam. प्रक्रिया इत्संज्ञक अनुनासिक उकार से लोप है अतः अग्निमथस अधिकम स सुहृद अधिकम स द्विष अधिकम स अनन्तरं हलडाभ्यो दीर्घात् सुप्तगन्धं अप्रक्तं हल इति प्रक्त सकारस्य लोपः भवति। सो अग्निमथ सुहृद द्विष झलां जशोन्ते इति पदान्त जस्त्वं भवति अग्निमथ सुहृद
अत्रापि भवति अत्र दकारस्य दकारः एव
अत्रापि भवति actually I just missed it but basically it will not make a difference which was I missed that point because you can do a justvam but the result would still be the same.
That's okay. And can you explain this particular justvam? This is not obvious. Sure to do.
Sure today is happening because both are murdhanya.
Very good, very good.
Rashana murdha ityanen.
Very good. Yeah. So that's why sure is converted to do. Before we go ahead, I want to talk a little bit about the vyutpatti of these three words. Do you know by any chance the vyutpatti, or do you want me to talk about it? What exactly is agnimatha? How is this derived and what is the meaning of this word?
Math is dhatu, so it is getting derived from there.
Correct. So you have agni as the upapada, you have matha as the dhatu, and what would be the pratyaya? Any guesses? Anybody? Anybody in the class? What would be the pratyaya after that? Agni is the upapada, matha is the dhatu. Come on, we have seen this. You need to be able to answer this question. What is a possible pratyaya over here? Purnima ji.
Namaskar Mahodaya. Quip pratyaya.
Very good. Quip pratyaya, sarvapahari pratyaya, it all goes away. So anytime you see a halanta word which is directly derived from dhatu, for example, dvisha. What is the dhatu over here? Dvisha. What will be the pratyaya? The pratyaya will be quip pratyaya. 99% it will be right. In some remote cases, there are other pratyayas. There is a vich pratyaya, there is a quin pratyaya, and so on. But these are like corner cases. So once in a while you might go wrong, but in most of the cases it will be a quip pratyaya. So dvisha plus quip is dvisha. Agnimatha. Agnim mathnati. Mathnati technically means churns or agitates. In this particular situation, the meaning is one who creates a fire by agitating the stones or by friction of the stones. So somebody who is skilled at that particular activity creates a fire for, say, yajna, is agnimat or is agnimad. Agrimat is a pratipadikam. Surud shobhanam rid yasya saha, the one with a good heart, that is surud, that is a friend. And dvisha is dveshti saha, the one who envies or the one who thinks evil about someone is dveshti saha dvita. So the pratipadikam is dvesha, prathama ekvachanam is dvita. This way 3 words are derived. There is another meaning of this word called agnimata. Can anybody think about it? Can someone recollect? Guess. Agnimata obviously means Agnim Mathnati, the one who creates a fire. But there is another meaning to this word, and everybody of you knows it. It's just you're not able to understand it at this moment. Somebody saying, I know, Agnipatha, that is full thakara, not half, but this is Agnimata. Come on, you should be able to, everybody of you knows the meaning. Anybody? Ha, Sri Kumari ji, please raise your hand. You want, Shri Kumari ji, you want to speak? You have written the correct answer. Just speak. Don't be shy. No? Anybody?
Is it
Namaste,
because
Mahodaya.
of
Namaste. Uchata.
It's the Madhu Pratyaya.
Very good.
Yeah.
Matup pratyaya. So what is the meaning of this word Agnimat? Ratnakarji, correct. The one who has fire, Agniman, is Agnihi Asya Asti Saha. Like Shaktiman, Shaktihi Asya Asti Saha, Agnihi Asya Asti Saha. So from the word Agni, if you add a Matupa Pratyaya, you get the same word Agnimat. The Prathama Ekvachanam will be Agniman, but in the Napumsakalinga, it will still be Agnimat or Agnimad. And even with the Pratipadikam Agnimat, absolutely different way of deriving, you or different way of different starting point, you still get the same word Agnimat. So this is Agnihi Asya, Asmin va Asti Saha. Asya or Asmin, both are possible. So Agnimata, if a room is completely full of fire, you can say Agniman Prakoshthaha. Agnihi Asmin Asti or Agnihi Asya Asti. Correct. So that is about Agni, Matha, and Prathama Ekvachanam is what we have already done. Prathama Dvivachanam is Varna Melanam. You have written, there is nothing else. Prathama Bahuvachanam is again Varna Melanam. Agni, Matha, Surudha. Prathama Sambodhan is identical. Very well written document. So identical. Prathama Vibhaktivat. Dvitiya Ekvachanam, Varna Melanam. All Varna Melanam I am just skipping. Dvitiya Dvivachanam, pulling Agni, Matha, Surudha like 1.2. Dvitiya Bahuvachanam is again same. No, nothing else. Agni, Matha, Surudha, Dvisha, nothing to discuss. Let's go to Tritiya Dvivachanam.
So Tritiya Dvivachanam, I missed out also Navibhakta Tusma should have been applicable.
But that's okay. I mean, all those are, everybody knows now. We are already assumed that. That's
so Agnimat Adhikam Bhyam, then Jhalam Jashonte, so Jashtvam Bhavati, Tathaiv Agnimad, and Agnimadabhyam or Suhrit Adhikam Sudbhyam, Dvid Adhikam Bhyam, Dvidabhyam. So simple one Milanam or Sanyog Bhavati.
Very good. Tritiya Bhavachanam same. There is nothing else. Chaturthi same. Panchami same. Shashti same. There is literally no change in the prakriya. Let us directly jump to Saptami Bahuvachanam Sup Pratyaya. Let us walk through each prakriya one by one.
Yeah. So Supratyaya Padsangya Pulling Pratipadikasya Padsangya Bhavati It Sangyat Pakarasya Lopah. So Agnimat Adhikam Su Jhalam Jashunte Agnimad Adhikam Su Dahasi.
Here Pratipadikasya Padasamnya, you have to give the sutram also. Swadishva Sarvanama Sthani.
Swadishva Sarvanama Sthani.
Okay, next.
खरिच इत्यनेन चत्वं भवति अग्निमत् अधिकं सु सो तथैव अग्निमत्सु भवति विकल्पेन दसि धुट् इत्यनेन विकल्पेन धुडागमः
That's
भवति।
not here. You have written a cross here, right?
Dvish,
Doesn't come in the Dvish word.
that's
Not,
only in Dvish.
not in Agnimat. Let's go to Surud. Exactly same prakriya.
Same prakriya.
Jashtvam and then Chartvam and then Surut. Su. Now you go to Dvish.
Dvish. Itsanyak pakarasya lope jhalam chashonte similar. Then comes dasi dhut. Itinen vikalpen dhudagam bhavat. So dvid adhikam dhut su.
Okay.
टकारस्य लोपः भवति उकारस्य अपि लोपः भवति द्विट् अधिकं द सु.
So what is the difference between takarasya lopaha and ukarasya lopaha? Are they both by the same sutram?
The dhu is ukar is only for pronunciation.
Correct.
So
Uchcharanartha. Very good, very good. So for the Uchcharanartha words, there is no sutram for the lopa because they are not part of grammatical process. They are purely there for pronunciation. Once you pronounce it, it's gone. So it's actually not dutta, it's dha and ta. And is gone, u is gone, and ta will be gone by tasya lopa after having an itsamya. Correct.
So khariche dvid becomes dvid. And punah khariche, so dha becomes ta. So tathai dvitsu, dvitatsu, final
Correct.
form.
Dvitsu. There is one more sutram that is expected to be written over here. Can somebody think of what has been missing from this part of the prakriya? It's a minor point, but it's worth mentioning so that it shows that we have understood it. Anybody? Purnima ji.
Shtutva nisheda sutram.
Very good, very good. Which sutram?
Torna.
Napadanta.
Napadanta.
Very good. So see what happens. There is a dakara and there is a dhakara. There is a ta varga followed by ta varga. Therefore, immediate thing that should come to mind is Shtutvam. This should be programmed. The cells of the brain should be programmed now to understand or observe this. And as soon as there is a possibility of Shtutva, we know that Dvida is a pada because of Swadishva Sarvanama Sthane. Padanta takarat parasya Shtutvam na bhavati. Ataha na padanta toho anam ityatra Shtutvam nishidhyate. After the Shtutva is blocked, you can do the Chartva and the another Chartva. So Shtutva comes before Chartva. So before Chartva is even considered, we have to say Shtutva Nishitha. Very good. Thank you very much. So fastest. We finished all the three words, Agnimat, Surut and Dvisha. Thank you very much.
I thought I'll finish in about 7 minutes, but we took double of that.
That's okay. That's okay. No worries. So most of these are questions, but that's okay. Good, good. So at least in initial 15 minutes, we finished 3 words. Record. Anyway, Subhashini ji, are you here? We have Marut word and Hu word. You can start.
Namaste, Madhya. मरुत् शब्दः अत्र मरुत् सुप्रत्यय प्रथम एकवचनस्य विवक्षायां सर्वमपि समानं किमपि नूतनं नास्ति सुप्तिङन्तं पदम् इत्यस्य
little louder is what somebody is requesting.
अधुना श्रूयते वा महोदय?
अधुना श्रूयते.
अस्तु सुप्तिङन्तं पदम् इत्यनेन मरुत् इत्यस्य पदसंज्ञा सिद्ध्यति. अपि च अत्र हल्न्याभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन सकारस्य लोपः भवति. तथैव अनन्तरं मरुत् इत्यस्य जलां जषन्ति इत्यनेन जष्ट्वम् अपि च विकल्पेन तस्य खरिच वावसाने इत्यनेन चत्वम् अपि
चत्वं
मरुत्
भवति
अपि च
अतः मरुत् तथा मरुद इति उभयथा भवति. Let's go to the previous one. I did not notice खरिच. वावसाने, correct. This I think I saw खरिच over there. Nothing. It's right. So वावसाने इत्यनेन तत्र चत्वं भवति. Now I have a question over here. This is speculation. This is not how the prakriya goes, but this is just a speculation. Anybody, not necessarily you. What would happen if hal gyabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal sutram wasn't there in Ashtadhyayi? Or the sutra was there, but the sutram did not have hal component at all. The sutram is only for jnabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal, and hypothetically assume that there is no hal component in the sutram. How would the prakriya go? Anybody? So this is an important point. So there is a lot of learning over here. So how would the prakriya go? Subhashini ji, you are free to answer. Anybody who other person wants to answer can raise your hand.
Still it doesn't get the padasanya, but it's the sarvanamastana.
Please don't send chats. Please raise your hand. I'll let you speak. Anybody who wants to speak, I'll let them speak. Sri Kumari ji.
It will be Marutsu.
Okay,
Next,
it will be
that,
Marut plus Sa. So
Su.
we are here at this step. After that, what happens?
Then Daha, Si, Dhud.
There is no Dakara. There is no Dakara here, okay? It's just Takara. See, we are Marut plus Sa. And
Oh,
I am
but
saying
then-
do not remove Sa by Halgyabhyo because there is no such sutram called Halgyabhyo. So do not remove Sa. Now what happens?
between the and so there is one.
I don't think there is a sutram. You might be confused between Na and Sa. There is no direct sutram between Ta and Sa. Ratnakar ji, you seem to be very eager to type.
That way. Thank you, Namaste.
No,
Probably it will take Stosh Chunashu.
Stosh
that
Chunashu
one-
doesn't work because there is a Ta and a Sa. For Stosh Chunashu, you need a Shakara or a Cha varga. There is just Ta and Sa.
Oh.
Okay?
If that be the case, then Rutva Visarga should take place.
Rutva Visarga. Okay, so Rutva
पहले तो मैं
Visarga is...
टाइप कर दिया वो.
That's okay. That's okay. So Rutva Visarga. So Sasajushor will cause the Rutva, and then Kharavasani or Visarjaniha will cause the Visarga. This is one answer that I have got. Now, anybody who wants to say Rutva Visarga, don't put your hands up because I have got the answer. One way to think about it is there will be Rutva Visarga, Sasajushoru and Kharavasani or Visarjaniha. Is there anything else or does somebody not agree to this? Umaji.
नमस्कार महोदय पदसंज्ञा भवति संयोगान्तस्य लोपः
Very good. संयोगान्तस्य लोपः. संयोगान्तस्य लोपः is 8 to 23 and Rutva Visarga, Rutva Sutram is 8 to 66.
66
So we have to go to Padas 8 to 23 संयोगान्तस्य लोपः. संयोगान्तं यत् पदं तदन्तस्य लोपः भवति. Therefore, when you have Marut plus Sa, it is the Sakara that goes away because of Sanyogantasya Lopaha 8 to 23. After Sanyogantasya Lopaha, you can apply 8 to 39 Jhalanja Shonte because you were on 8 to 23 when Sakara went off. So you can Halgyabhyo Dirghat is not needed. It is anyway not there. So you still get Marut. Now you apply 8 to 39 Jhalan Jashonte to get Marut. Finally apply Vavasane to get Marut. What is the learning from this? Anybody? What is the learning over here? The learning over here is anybody wants to speak? What is the learning over here? Purnima ji.
महोदय तत्र भेदः न भवति
तत्र भेदः न भवति. Even if Halgyabhyos Dirgha Sutisya Pruktam Hal part is not there, you take any other word, say Vach plus Sa. Let's say Halgyabhyo Dirghat is not there. what will happen? Sanyogantasya lopa will get rid of sakara, 8 to 23, very beautiful order. And then choho kuhu, which is 8 to 30, will give kutvam, and then further process will happen. Surud plus sa. Let's say halkya abhyod dirghat is not there, sa will go away. So even if hal part of halgyabhyo dirgha sutram is not there, sanyogantasya lopaha is capable enough to derive the same rupam. Therefore, why is the word hal put in halgyabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal? I waited for so long to ask this question, mainly because I wanted you to get so used to halgyabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hal, and then now I am putting an axe on the fundamental prayojan of hal. Some of you should have thought of this question. Think about it. Anybody who wants to answer or want to take a guess may raise their hand. I hope the question is clear. Sanyogantasya lopaha is capable enough of removing the sa in marut plus sa, surut plus sa, vach plus sa, and so on. Why have hal in halyabhyo dirghat? Think. This is something that every student should be able to think about. Somebody is saying anyatra, that is, but why in this sutram then? That doesn't sound like, Manjiri ji.
अत्र अन्यत्र किञ्चित् problem can occur, like Rajan.
Very good. Excellent answer. And this Rajan is the classic case where this particular situation ends up into problem. This is one of the very unique cases where, because of which hal word has been added. I'm so glad somebody answered it. Now please explain what happens in Rajan.
अत्र राजन् योगस्सु प्रत्यय तत्र राजन् स अनन्तरं सर्वनामस्थाने सम्बुद्धौ इति सूत्रेण तत्र राजान् इति भवति. राजान् तत्र हल्याभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस्य अपृक्त हल् इति सूत्रेण सकारस्य लोपः भूत्वा तत्र राजा इति अन्तिमरूपं सिद्ध्यति.
इदानीं हल्ग्याभ्यो इति सूत्रस्य प्रयोगः न भवति चेत् किं भवेत्?
न भवति चेत् तत्र असिद्ध मीन्स
you have understood it. Now speak. It's okay to speak in English. Explain properly.
राजा न भवति न तत्र.
कथं न भवति? So what happens when you have rajan plus sa? What you will get rid of sakara?
संयोगान्तस्य लोपः.
संयोगान्तस्य लोपः will get rid of sakara.
लोपः भूत्वा राजान् एव तत्र अवतिष्ठति.
Now why can nakara not go?
That parasutram asti.
Very good. So sanyogantasya lopaha is 8 to 23. It is a parasutram. Nalopa pratipadikaantasya is 8 to 7, which is the purva sutram. After you get rid of sakara by sanyogantasya lopaha, you cannot get rid of nakara by nalopa pratipadikaantasya. A purva sutram needs to be applied. This is one of the reasons why hal has been added in this particular sutram. There are 4 or 5 more reasons, but other reasons belong to Tinganta Prakaranam. Remember, what we have said is that apruktam hala is for the su pratyaya and also for the Tinganta Prakaranam, like the ta and the sa. In the Tinganta Prakriya, there are a few more places where you need this particular hal in the beginning. In Subanta Prakriya, this is one of the very few examples, nakaranta shabdas, where nalopa pratipadikaantasya is situated before. Now one can obviously argue...
Tatra sip tatha tip sip.
Correct. So for tap, tip and sip, there are some other places where such a problem comes. There also in some cases you can apply sanyogantasya lopaha, but in some specific cases the problem will come. I'll not go in the details because we are not studying or I'm not taught Tinganta Prakaranam. But in case of Subanta Prakriya, the su pratyaya cannot be removed because of sanyogantasya lopa, because the nakara lopa cannot happen after that. Now, one might argue on this that just like the way Jhalan, Jashonte, Choho, Kuhu, all other sutras are after 8 to 23, why not pick up 8 to 7 and put it after 8 to 23? So the simple answer is that the sutras have been arranged in Tripadi with not just one comparison in mind, like 8 to 7 versus 8 to 23, but with a complete set of all sorts of mutual comparisons. So if you just pick up one sutram from one place and put it into another place, you might be able to, with your limited understanding, might be able to think that the problem of comparison between 8 to 23 and 8 to 7 vanishes. But who knows, it will generate a bunch of other problems in some complex prakriyas which we are not even able to think at the moment. Therefore, you cannot randomly pick sutras from one place and put into another place without really understanding full implications of that action. Therefore, in the current structure, in the current scenario, where the sutras are kept as they are, you cannot have Sanyoganta Silopaha working on Rajan plus So. Now I have another question and then I'll take the questions from you all. So the problem is with Rajan plus So. So for Rajan plus So, let's use Halgyabhyo Dirgha Suti Se Puktam Hala. Why are we using it here? Why not use Sanyoganta Silopaha right here? Here it is working. So let us use it here. Anybody? In Marut plus there is no problem. So why not use Sanyoganta Silopaha in Marut plus Anybody? Umaji.
Tripadi Sutram doesn't exist, Kilam Mhodaya.
No.
Sapada Sabdadhyayi Sutram Prati. Tripadi Sutram Asiddham.
Very good, very good, very good. So fundamentally, we have a Sapada Saptadhyayi Sutra. There is no need to go to Tripadi if there is a Sapada Saptadhyayi Sutra available over there. Okay, Ratnakarji.
Acharya, I have question here. Rajan plus aprakta sakaraha. So there, I am not applying. First of all, I apply Pratipadakanta Silopan, Nakarasya Lopaha. Then I apply the other one.
You cannot apply Nalop of Pratipadikantasa, right? Because this is not a pada at all. Unless the whole pada is Rajan plus. Because this is a Sarvanama Sthana, Rajan alone doesn't have a pada samya. So you cannot apply Nalop of Pratipadikantasa with Rajan.
Here again, according to our earlier discussion, when one supratya is added, automatically the padasangya comes. That's what we had.
For Rajan plus there is a padasamya. Yes.
So
but then
we
what?
can. So we can. Rajan plus has got padasangya.
Correct.
But not
correct.
Rajan alone. Yeah, correct. Now I got.
Correct. Now you got it. Okay. Correct. Okay. Anybody? Any other questions? If not, let's go to the next one. Subhashini ji, Marut is done. Sambuddhi is exactly identical. Marut, Marutau, Marutaha, Marutam, Marutau, Marutaha, Maruta. Nothing is to be discussed. Marudbhyam.
Marudbhyam ityatra Marut halantyam na vibhakto smaha asti tata sarvanto पूर्वमेव उक्तम् अत्र स्वादिष्व सर्वनामस्थाने इत्यनेन सूत्रेण अत्र मरुत् प्रकृतेः पदसंज्ञा भवति अत्र अतः पदसंज्ञा इत्यनेन कारणतः तकारस्य दकार जलं जषन्ते इत्यनेन भवति तदनन्तरं वर्णमेलनमेव.
Directly we'll jump to 7.3 because everything else is already discussed. 7.3 Marut plus Sup. A little louder.
तत्रापि स्वादिष्व सर्वनामस्थाने इत्यनेन मरुत् इत्यस्य पदसंज्ञा भवति अनन्तरं जलान् जषन्ते अपि च मरुद्सु इत्यस्य खरीच इत्यनेन दकारस्य तकारः चत्वं भवति मरुत्सु इति भवति.
Okay. Again, one last hypothetical question on this prakriya. Let us assume that Jhalan Jashonte Sutram is not there in Ashtadhyayi. Specifically for this prakriya, there is no Jhalan Jashonte. What will happen? Anybody? Why do I keep on asking these stupid questions? Because these are the ones that enforce our understanding. Brain wiring happens for understanding prakriya. So let's assume Jhalan Jashonte is not there. Obviously, the final form is going to be marutsu, because marut plus su, you don't do jashtvam. You can do chartvam, but it is not any transformative action. So no operation change or no transformation. Marut plus su, marutsu. So even if Jalan Jashonte is not there, the final form is same as marutsu. Parjanyavad lakshana vritti ityanena yatra sutrasya prayogaha sambhavati tatra avashyam karniyaha. All this is understandable. My question is, can some other form happen? Or that's all? If marut plus su does not undergo jashtvam, can some other sutram take place over here? Anybody? Please raise your hand if you are able to guess something. Some vartikam will get applied if not a sutram. Anybody? Flip your pages of the notebook.
Takarasya thakaraha
Very good, very good. What is the vartikam?
Paushkarasa.
Paushkara sade. Chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkara sade riti vacham. Chay varna varga prathama gets converted to varga dvitiya. Chayo dvitiyaha shari in presence of shar, because of pushkara sadi. Paushkara sadehe iti vacham. Paushkara sadi. Chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkara sadehe iti vacham. This sutram is in Nadinya Kroshe Putrasya, somewhere in 8448 or near somewhere in that area. Therefore, it will execute before 8455. Therefore, there will be an optional thakara, marut plus su, and the thakara will block the chartvam, because if there is a chartvam, thakara is obtained back. What is the point of having thakara? So the form will be marut su and marut su. Very good. So we have two possible forms. So therefore, remember this. What jashtvam is actually doing is avoiding that form. Obviously, by saying avoiding, this is not really correct to say avoiding, because one is a sutrakara, other is a vartikakara. But eventually, the combined effect of the two is that jashtvam avoids that extra th plus su forms, because the cannot be converted to varga dvitiyaha, only chay, varga prathamas can be converted to varga dvitiyaha. Chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkara sade riti vacham. Chayaha is varga prathamaha. Kha, pha, cha, tha, tha, cha, ta, ta, ka, pa. So that's cha, ta, ta, ka, pa. The chay pratyahara is only used in this vartika. Chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkara sade riti vacham. You will not find chay pratyahara anywhere else. In no other vartika, no other sutra, the chaya pratyahara is there. It's only there in this particular vartikam. So that's the marut su, or hypothetically it would have been marut su, but thanks to jashtvam, that particular form does not happen. Let us go to ukaranta pullinga, hu shabdaha. All sandhis, nothing great, but we'll just go through this. Okay.
hu शब्दः अत्र सर्वं समानमेव सकारस्य ऋत्वविसर्गः एव तत्र अस्ति.
Why not hal gyabhyo dirghat sutisya pruktam hal? There is a dirghat word over there, and this is a dirgha.
तत्तु आबन्तात् दीर्घात् आबन्तात् अपि च न्यन्तात् एव.
Very good, very good. Dirghat abantat, dirghat nyantat. This is neither an abanta nor a dirgha, and this is not halanta. Therefore, you don't apply halgyabhyo dirgha sutisya pruktam hala. You just apply, and obviously you can't apply sanyoganta silopa and all that. It's not a sanyoga over there. So directly sasajishur hu kharvasahanir visarjaniya, you get hu. Sambuddhi would be same. Au pratyaya.
Oh.
Please speak loudly. Multiple requests. Maybe you want to change your microphone or bring it closer. So.
अस्तु महोदय, अधुना प्रायः.
No, I have no problem in hearing, but people are constantly sending message, so little bit of problem might be at their end. I'm hoping they are telling to you, okay? Not to me.
Sorry.
Okay.
अपि च औ इत्यस्य अत्र हुः प्लस् औ प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इत्यनेन पूर्वपरयोः दीर्घ एकादेशः भवति, अतः हुः इति भवति, परन्तु एकादेशे
never say bhavati, because bhavati means is done.
एकादेशे प्राप्ते दीर्घजसि इति सूत्रेण तस्य निषेधः भवति। अतः इको एनचि एव तत्र सूत्रमेव तत्र प्रयोक्तव्यं। हु हौ इति भवति तस्य रूपं।
Very good. Out both are same.
जस् इत्यस्य अपि दीर्घा जसि इति अस्ति, अतः प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण अत्र दीर्घ हुः इत्यस्य सर्वम् अपि समानम् एव तत्र।
Very good. हुवः इति भवति। Next.
हु अत्र अमिपूर्वः इति हुः प्लस् अम् इति अक्वर्णात् अम् प्रत्ययस्य अकारे परे अमिपूर्वः इत्यनेन अत्र हुह्वम् इति हुहूम् इति न भवति, अत्र हुहूम् इति एव। शस् इत्र लशक्वतदिते सर्वं अनन्तरं प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इति सूत्रेण अत्र हुः प्लस् अस् इति भवति। तत्र अक्वर्णात् प्रथमयोः अक्वर्णात् अच्वर्णे परे अत्र हुः इति एक दीर्घ एकादेशः भवति, पूर्वपरयोः एकः दीर्घादेशः भवति, अतः हुः एव भवति, हुहूस् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति। तस्मात् च सोः नः पुंसि इत्यनेन सकारस्य नकारः भवति, प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णेन अनन्तरं यत्र सकारः भवति तस्य नकारः भवति।
Very good.
पुल्लिङ्गे।
So tasmat means prathamayo purvasavana ityasmat, no chet prathamayo purvasavana ityanena yaha varnah siddhyati tasmat anantaram vidyamanah varnah. Both meanings are acceptable. It's eventually one and the same thing. So tasmat ityukte yaha dirgha ukaraha ekadesha rupena siddhyati tasmat anantaram vidyamanah yaha shas pratyayah ityukte sakaraha tasya nakaradeshah bhavati huhun iti siddhyati. Why do you not get nalopa of pratipadikantasi? Like Rajan, it should be Raja. So,
अत्र पदम् अस्ति प्रातिपदिकं
हुः अस्ति. See, remember Rajan prakriya, you have Rajan and then you get Raja. Correct? So why is huhun nakara is not removed by nalop of pratipadikantasya? Question is clear? Sudhavalli ji.
The nalopa pratipadikantasya 8 to 7.
That's okay.
Here the tasmat pumsi is 6 to asiddham asti.
What asiddham? We are this 61103. So after 61, can you not apply it to 7? Asiddhatva goes reverse.
8 tripadikaryani.
त्रिपादिकार्यात् अनन्तरं सपादसप्ताध्याय्याः प्रयोगः न भवति. सपादसप्ताध्याय्याः अनन्तरं त्रिपाद्याः प्रयोगः भवति किल?
महोदय अत्र प्रायः नलोपप्रातिपदिकस्य इत्यस्य पदसंज्ञा अपि च प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञा भवितव्यं खलु अत्र?
करेक्ट्. सो हुहुन् इति पदसंज्ञकः अस्ति वा?
आम्.
प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञकः
हुः एव प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञा.
Correct. Huhu is a pratipadika sangyak, but there is a small nakara that is added. What is the big deal in Rajan? Remember what is Rajan? You have Rajan plus Su. You get an Upadha Dirgha. Rajan plus Su. you get rid of su to form a rajana, and extra akara is added, that is acceptable. In huhun, extra nakara is added, that is not acceptable. Question is clear? Purnima ji.
Mode, same for Raman also. Nakara lopah na bhavati.
So are you saying why
Na
are you
is
asking?
not part of a Pratipadika. That is why it is not.
That's
Correct. So you're there, correct. So the answer should be, even though it is a small particle, it is not a part of the Pratipadika. It is Pratipadika ends at huhu. Any random particle attached to a Pratipadika does not get absorbed in the Pratipadika. It should be either a transformation done on the Pratipadika itself, like Rajan is a Pratipadikam, a transformation is done like Adesha, Agama and so on, or an Adesha or some Agama should be added to the Pratipadika, and then it will be considered as a Pratipadika. We learned it in the last class, Yadagamas tad guni bhutas tad grihane na grihante. But huhun is the na is not, never has been a part of the Pratipadika. It is a pratyaya, so it is a pada only, it is not a Pratipadika. Okay. तृतीया एकवचनं टा.
तत्र टा इत्यस्य पदसंज्ञा नास्ति, तत्र भासंज्ञा एव भवति. अतः तत्र हु इत्यस्य केवलम् इको एनचि इत्यनेन यनादेशः हु ह्वा इति भवति.
Why not angunastriyam? Muni becomes munina. Why not huhuna? Anybody? Why not angunastriyam? People don't remember, I can show angunastriyam sutram on the by now the sutra should be on the tip of your tongue. But if you don't remember, pullinga napumsakalinga ghi samnika parasya tritiya ekvachanasya ta pratyaya se na adesha bhavati. This is the sutra, the Umaji.
अत्र गीसंज्ञकः नास्ति.
Very good. Sorry, let Subhashini ji answer.
Sorry.
No, you only should answer. So घी संज्ञा नास्ति, अतः टा प्रत्यय से ना आदेशः न भवति. But why not घी संज्ञा? Let's make it a घी संज्ञक. What blocks it from calling it a घी संज्ञक?
So who इति दीर्घः अस्ति, ह्रस्वः.
Correct. So therefore there is no घी संज्ञा, and therefore angunastriyam cannot be used. Bhyam, bhis, the same thing, iko yanachi, bhyas, ngasi, same thing, iko yanachi. Now I will not go to iko yanachi again and again. O, same thing, iko yanachi. Am, same thing, iko yanachi. Saptami ekvachanam. Let's try this.
तत्रापि इको एनचि.
तत्रापि इको एनचि, correct. तत्रापि इको एनचि. The reason I took a stop over here is I have a question here. Can you or anybody think of any other word, not dirgha ukaranta, but any other word where saptami has echo energy? Any other prakriya where saptami involves echo energy? Please raise your hand, don't type the answer if you think of it. Give me any one prakriya where saptami ekavachanam has echo energy in that prakriya. These kind of exercises were my favorite exercises when I taught Krudanta Prakaranam many years ago, and I'll start these experiments, these kind of exercises, these kind of questions. Basically, I ask, give a prakriya which has a certain sutra in it, or give a prakriya which has two certain sutras in it. This kind of thinking enhances your understanding of prakriya tremendously. So let's start with here. Give an example of a prakriya which has echo energy, obviously other than huhu.
Vadhu.
Vadhu plus Vadhu plus am. There is a ni pratyaya, but we are looking for ni pratyaya. What is am? Am is shashti bahuvachanam, right? Okay, let's ask Muktaji. Muktaji, you have an answer?
Yeah, I was saying the same. Vadhu plus am.
Okay, but where is am coming? I am talking about ni. Saptami ekvachan is ni. Am is shashti bahuvachanam. We are talking about saptami ekvachanam.
अत्र इकारस्य
No,
ईतस्य ङेरां
हाँ, so speak na.
अवस्था
हाँ, ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः इत्यनेन आम आदेशे कृते
आम आदेशे कृते तदनन्तरं आण्नद्याः
हाँ, तदनन्तरम् आडागमे कृते इदानीमिको यणचि इति यणादेशे कृते वधु प्लस आम वध्वाम् इति भवति. Clear? Okay. Can anybody think of an example where verbatim ni pratyaya is used? Ni means e, without any adesha. This answer is correct. I'm not saying the answer is not correct. Can anybody think of an example where a verbatim ni e pratyaya is used without any transformation? Somebody is saying puppy, somebody other is saying papi. Either of them are not correct examples, because papi plus e involves a savarna dirgha, and papi there is no such word, papin, so that's just the normal varna melanam. So no other word, right? Because in case of dirgha rasva ukara, it will be au, munau, correct? And in case of dirgha ukara, we have seen the example huvi and so on. Beyond that, we have not seen any forms. Anybody? Can anybody think of anything? I don't think there is an answer, but somebody can think of something. We can discuss. The correct answer that I have is, see, dhenu is, somebody is saying dhenu, but it's the same thing. Dhenu becomes dhenau. So there is a plus au. Vruddhi is happening in that prakriya. Dhenu becomes dhena plus au. And otherwise dhenu plus am, dhenvam. There is a word which we have not studied. Pati plus ni. What happens over here? Ni pratyaya gets converted to au, like muni plus au, but pati remains as it is. So pati plus au becomes patyau. So unlike munau, pati plus au becomes patyau. People remember this word or not? I mean, I would assume everybody would have memorized this word. Patyau, patyoho, patishu. See, patyau, pati plus au. You can see the yanadesha happening over here. But again, in that case, there is a pratyaya transformation and a yanadesha happens. So this also qualifies, but it is same as vadhu plus am. The question was, is there a situation where e remains as it is without changing? Like your hu plus e becomes huvi. In this particular construct, the just e as it is getting a yanadesh, causing a yanadesha on ukara. Is it possible in some other cases? Anyway, I don't think we have studied that. So let us go ahead. That completes. And finally, sup pratyaya. Somebody wants to raise hand? No. Okay. So sup pratyaya. So hu plus sup. You can just speak about the shatvam. Yeah.
तत्र आदेशप्रत्ययो यत्र इन्कोः परस्य सकारस्य शकारः भवति.
इन्कोः इति शकारः भवति. हुः आदेशप्रत्ययितेन शकारे कृते हुषु इति सिद्ध्यति. धन्यवादः. Thank you very much. Archis. Sudhavalli ji, can you raise your hand? Archis.
Namaskar, Mahoday.
Namaste. One thing I want to talk before you start. The word is typically written as archish with a shakara. So if you go to the website and search for archis, I don't think you will get any answer. If you go to archish, you will find shakaranta napumsakalinga and shakaranta strilinga. Both of these words are over there. The word is typically written as archish Why? Because the word has arch as the verb and is as the unadi pratyaya. So there is a sakara of the pratyaya. The original unadi pratyaya is isi. The ikara is removed and you have isa. So when you combine them, you get archisa. And then because sa is the pratyaya sakara, therefore adesha pratyaya will cause a shatvam, giving archisha. So it is a customary or traditional way to write the pratipadikam as archisha. However, what happens is the adesha pratyayoho sutram is in tripadi. It's all the way in 8.3. Therefore, in the entire prakriya, when you are applying the Sapada Saptadhyayi sutras and when you are applying the Tripadi sutras of 8.2, the shakara is not seen. It is the sakara which gets seen. And therefore, typically when the prakriya starts, you start the prakriya with archisa and not archisha. So even though the pratipadikam is written as archisha for sake of understanding, saying that is a shakaranta word, prakriya has to start with archisa. That's what I have done on the website. Even if you have a pratipadikam called archisa, I have clearly explained प्रातिपदिके विद्यमानः शकारः मूलरूपेण सकारः अस्ति. त्रिपाद्यां विद्यमानेन आदेशप्रत्ययोः इति सूत्रेण तस्य शकारादेशः भवति. अयं शकारादेशः प्रक्रियायाः प्रारम्भिकेषु सोपानेषु असिद्धः अस्ति. अतः प्रक्रियायाः प्रारम्भे शकारस्य स्थाने सकारः एव दृश्यते. And in this particular prathama ekvachanam form, you can see that archisa, 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 and it is direct sakara which gets converted to ru by sasajusho ruhu. If you start with archisha, which is a shakara, you will never be able to convert it to ru because there is no sutram that converts sh to ru. So irrespective of how you write the pratipadikam, writing is fine. You can write archisha or archisha. You must start the prakriya with archisa only, and therefore for simplicity, the words given in the Abhyasa Pustaka is directly archisa, so as to avoid all this circus. Anyway, let's start now.
Archis, arch plus is unadi pratyaya. Pratama ekavachana supratyaya. Suptikantam padam. So archis, so we get rutovika visargaha eva bhavati. Itinena archiha. The sambuddhi also the same.
Wait. So sambuddhi also it is archihi, and here it is archihi. The question is this: why don't we do the dirgha like rvopadhayaha by rvopadhayaha dirghaikaha? The question might come sudden as a surprise. So let me open rvopadhayaha dirghaika. We studied it in gir. We used it in gir, for example. So rvopadhayaha dirghaikaha रेफान्त वकारान्तस्य धातोः पदस्य उपधाभूतस्य इक्वर्णस्य दीर्घः भवति. Why don't you use this particular sutram to get a dirgha like archihi?
Dhatu na.
There is archa dhatu, right?
Archi is not. Pratipadikam dhatu sanyakah nasti.
Correct. So this is not a dhatuvanta. This is basically a pratipadikam. Archa is the dhatu. In case of gir, the pratipadikam itself was a dhatu. Here, the dhatu is only the archa component. It is not archisa. And more important, it is neither rephanta nor vakaranta. So it is a chakaranta dhatu, archa. It is neither rephanta nor vakaranta. So none of the conditions in that sutram are satisfied. And therefore, you do not get that rvopadhaya dirghaika applied over here. Okay. Archis plus au.
Archis plus au varnamelanam archishav.
Archisau.
Adesha pratyaya pratyayyoho atra sutram asti adesha pratyayyoho 8359 adesha pratyayyoho in vargabhyam parasya padantasya adeshah प्रत्ययावस्ययः
अपदान्तस्य, not पदान्तस्य, अपदान्त सकारस्य
अपदान्त
प्रत्ययावयवस्य, अपदान्तस्य मूर्धन्य is the अधिकार, अप्रत्ययान्त सकारस्य प्रत्ययावयवस्य सकारस्य षत्वं भवति. So that's archi shau. Understand the sakara over here is a pratyaya sakara. These are like small very important things. There is no pratyaya, there is no sakara in the sup pratyaya that is being added. The sakara is in the unadi pratyaya that is sitting inside the pratipadika. And even though unadi pratyayas are dicey, like they are not directly part of Ashtadhyayi, still the Subanta Prakriya treats, or for the Subanta Prakriya, we treat them as the pratyayas themselves, specifically for the Adesha Pratyayoho Sutram, and therefore that sakara will get converted to shakara. So that's Archishau, Archishaha, Archisham, Archishau, Archishaha, Archisha. Everything till Tritiya Ekvachanam follows the same process. Let's go to Tritiya Dvivachanam. Archis plus Bhyam.
अत्र पदसंज्ञा एव भवति भ्याम् इत्यनेन अर्चिस् पदसंज्ञा एव भवति अर्चिस् स इत्यनेन विसर्गः भवति ऋत्विसर्गः ऋत्वे न विसर्गः न भवति भ्याम् भ्याम्
Archirbyam. And then archirbhihi, archishe, archirbhyam, everything is samanameva. Archishi, archishoho, archis plus sup. Let's talk this prakriya and we are done.
अत्र अर्चिसुप् अत्र द्विप्रकारः शब्दः अस्ति एकः अर्चिसु and अर्चिस् अर्चः शु रोहो सुपि.
Let's go step by step. Okay, you start with archis plus su, then you do a rutvam, sasayusho rohiti rutvam, archiru plus su, then you do visarga, archihi plus su. Let's speak that. Explain this particular step first.
रोहो सुपि सुप्रत्ययेन विसर्गः that ra is coming from the sa only.
Very good. So ra is coming from the su.
So artisu adesha pratyaya se artihi shu.
So su becomes ru. That ru is what matters. Roho supi ityanena ru nirmitasya padantarefasya visargaha archihi plus su. And then what happens? Adesha pratyayoho iti shatve krute archihi plus shu num visarjaniya sharvyavayepi. So there is a visarga over here. That visarga causes the shatvam su to shu. Then you have archihi shu is one possibility. Now what happens? Other pathway.
Other path is sakarah sharvarne se archisu we get vasari vikalpena
plus su. So visarga gets converted to sakara by visarjaniyasya saha vashari. So visarjaniyasya saha will forcefully convert it, vashari will optionally convert it. So archis plus su, double sakara archisu. Now what happens? These two steps.
See, आदेश प्रत्यय से सकारः शकारः विद्यते. ष्टुत्वेन सकारः शकारः भवति.
So when there is a shakara, sa gets converted to sh using a shtutva. When shtuna shtuhiti sakara se shakare pare shakaraha. Does anybody think that these steps are correct? Or there is any other opinion somebody has in the class? I'm not outrightly rejecting them, but I'm asking if somebody else has some other opinion about these two steps and wants to give a different view. Anybody wants to speak? Please raise your hand. we are doing Adesha Pratyayo, sa becomes a sh. We are backing on that. We are saying Shtunashtuhu, Sakarasya Shakare Pare Shakaraha, giving Archish Shu with double Shakara. Does everybody in the class agree to these steps or somebody wants to object? Savita ji.
महोदय तत्र असिद्धं किल
Katham Asiddham? This is 8-3. This is 8-4. So she is doing it in the correct sequence.
करेक्ट् सीक्वेन्स्
So Asiddham Nasti Kila?
नास्ति महोदय नास्ति.
Anybody? Think. Today you seem to be taking more time than usual. Are questions difficult? In the first step, we are converting sa to sh. In the second step, why are you using shtutvam? Why cannot you use Adesha Pratyayoho again? I was saying again and again that Archisa Sakara is the Pratyaya Sakara. In the Prathama, Archishau, Archishaha, you did Adesha Pratyayo on that Sakara to convert it into Shakara. Remember, if you go to some Prakriyas, let's say Saptani Ekvachanam, you converted Archisi to Archishi by using Adesha Pratyayo on the Sakara of Archis. Same thing is happening over here in Saptami Bahuvachanam also. You have Sakara of Archis. Why can't you convert it to Shakara by repeated application of Adesha Pratyayo? Purnima ji, you want to say something here?
Yes, sir. We can do the same Adesha Pratyayo again here also.
Can and should. There is difference between can and should. We should do the same Adesha Pratyayo here. Why? Because the Stunashtuhu, which is 8-4-40, is asiddha towards Adesha Pratyayo. So you have one, just like the way we have seen examples where two kharicha, just now we saw two kharicha were applied one after the other in Dvitta Su. If you go to the Prakriya of Dvitta Su, there were two kharicha applied. See, he says Punaha kharicha. So there is one kharicha that converts the dha to ta, and then that ta is used as the nimitta and da is converted to ta by a second kharicha. In exactly the same way, here also you have Archis plus Su. One Su, which is the Su Pratyaya Su, is converted by Adesha Pratyayo. We use that Adesha Pratyayo. I mean, that is not even a nimitta. You just use that as the next letter and you convert the Sa of Archis to sh again by Adesha Pratyayo. These are two independent karyas. You can do it in whatever order you want because they are both Pratyaya Sakaras. Sudhavali ji, you have a question here?
No.
Okay, so let's see what. For quite some time, the website had, if there was an error on this particular or some word, now I don't remember, but let's see what we have over here. It's correct on the website. Adesha Pratyayo Shatvam, Adesha Pratyaya Sakarasya Shatvam. So in both the cases, the Shatvam is created because of Adesha Pratyayo. Samapayamaha. Agre
I want to tell one more thing. Ekah varnasya vyavadhanam is possible when Adesha Pratyaya is Num nirmita anuswaraha visargaha shar varnaha. Ekah varnaha is possible.
Correct. So when you do the Shatvam of the first Sakara, then you can use it as a Vyavadhana to do the Shatvam on the second Sakara. But if you do the Shatvam on the second Sakara, you can directly do the Shatvam on the first Sakara. There you don't need a Vyavadhanan because Ikara is in the in sequence. So you have I, Sa, Sa, U. Technically, you should do it on the first because it is an Antaranga Karya. So you do the Shatvam on the first one, use it as a Vyavadhana and do the Shatvam on the second. So in that way, I think I should change this sequence over here. I'll try to see if I can change. First, you should do the Shatvam on the Sakara, that is of Archis. and then you do the shatvam on the sakara, that is of the supratyaya. So these two steps should be flipped. I'll see if I can change this. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Dhanyavad.
We'll go to Atman and Shashin. S.R. Murthy-ji, please raise your hand to indicate you're ready. S.R. Murthy-ji. Namaste. Are you able to speak? Namaste. Okay, Murthy-ji doesn't seem to be able to speak right now. Ratnakarji, are you ready? We'll go to you. We'll come back to Atman and Shashin a little bit later. Murthy-ji, if your microphone, if you're ready, yeah, okay. Are you ready now? Can you speak? I've tried to unmute you. If you're able to speak, you can say. Otherwise, we'll come back to you later. Okay, he is not. We are not able to hear him. Okay, we'll come back to you maybe next class or maybe later. Yes, Ratnakarji, please raise your hand. You're here. Okay. Sajush. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Shakaranta napumsakalingaha dhatvantaha sajush shabdaha. So understand one point. Unlike archisha, which was actually archisa, this is a very unique word. It has a shakara in the pratipadika state itself because it is generated by jusha verb. That's why this vyutpatti saha jushate iti rasva. Saha jushate iti sa plus jusha plus kvipa. So the verb itself has a shakara and therefore sajusha ityasya pratipadika samnya, not arthvadhatu pratyaya but krutpadita samasasya.
आचार्य ह्यस्तन मध्याह्ने मया प्रेषितं खलु अन्यत् डॉक्युमेंट अपि मया प्रेषितं आं महोदय अथवा महोदय अस्मिन् डॉक्युमेंट मध्ये बहवः दोषाः सन्ति
बहवः दोषाः. Give me 1 minute. Okay, there are so many messages that I get. Just give me 1 minute, please.
अथवा
No, I got it. Give me 1 minute, I'll open it. Just give me.
Sure.
I've got your message.
अयं शब्दस्य विषये त्रीणि वाक्यानि प्रथमम् आचार्येण प्रेषितम् अत्र एकमेव शब्दः शिष्यते यदि कश्चन वा काश्चन वा स्वीकरोति चेत् अभ्यासपुस्तकं पूर्णं भवति इति अनन्तरं मम नाम अहं लिखितवान् अस्मि तद् केवलं blatant exhibition of my attitude, nothing else. And अनन्तरं मया प्रेषितं प्रथमं यत् पूर्वं दृश्यते तदेव मया प्रेषितं तत्र अनन्तरं महोदयेन उक्तम् इति अभ्यासपुस्तके यत् सजुष् शब्दः अस्ति तद् नपुंसकलिङ्गे अस्ति न तु स्त्रीलिङ्गे सः एव शुद्धशब्दरूपाणि तेन एव दत्तमस्ति अनन्तरं मया रूपसिद्धिं कृत्वा ह्यस्तनमध्याह्ने एव मया प्रेषितं idam document.
Okay, so let's talk.
I just am trying to speak in Sanskrit. That's the reason. Nothing else.
No. So sajush is typically considered shakaranta strilinga word. Saha jushate iti ityate mitram sahachari samanya rupena samskrute strilinge eva asti. So purposely I gave this particular word in the napumsakalinga. I wanted to show a specific part of the prakriya. This was not an oversight on my part. There are multiple things that I want to demonstrate over here. First is that kvibanta forms. This is a kvibanta form. So kvibanta forms are not restricted to any particular gender. This is basically a verb and the quip pratyaya is added on any verb, not just over here. We have seen multiple examples earlier also. So a quip pratyaya is added on the verb in the meaning. Usually it is added in the meaning of doer of that action, karta. So karta can be in any gender, and therefore most of the quibanta forms can exist in language in all three genders. The general convention is that Sajush word is seen in the Strilinga, that is more popular. Therefore, Siddhanta Kaumudi or even the Koshas talk about it in the Strilinga, but it does not mean it is restricted to Strilinga. It is possible to use it in the Napumsakalinga also. That's what I have put it over here. And there is another reason that this particular word is a shakaranta word. So unlike dha, nu, sa, which is a sakaranta word, it is not sajus, it is sajush, and therefore it will cause certain differences in the prakriya, which makes it a little bit tricky, little bit complex word. Therefore, I have specifically given it in the Napumsakalinga. Let's talk about the prakriya. I again opened a wrong document.
Earlier, wrong
Okay,
document.
okay,
That's okay.
This is wrong. Okay, you can start now.
ಶಕಾರಾಂತ ನಪುಂಸಕಲಿಂಗ ಧಾತ್ವಂತಹ ಸಜುಷ್ ಶಬ್ದ ಸಹಜುಷತೆ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಸೇವನಯೋ ಇತಿ ಸ ಜುಷ್ ಕೃಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ ಸರ್ವಾಪಹಾರಿ ಕೃತ್ ತದ್ದೆ ಸಮಾಸಾಸ್ಯ ಅನೇನ ಪ್ರಾತಿಪಾದಿಕ ಸಂಜ್ಞಾ ಸಜುಷ್ ಇತ್ಯತ್ರ ಜ್ಞಾಪ್ರಾತಿಪದಿಕ ಅನೇನ ಸೌಜಸಮೌ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ ಪರಸ್ಯ ಸುಪ್ತಿಗಂತಂ ಪದಂ ಅನೇನ ಪದ ಸಂಜ್ಞಾ ಸಜುಷ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಸು ಧನೆ ದ್ಯು ದ್ವೈಕ್ಯ ದ್ವಿವಚನ ಏಕವಚನ ಸುಪ್ರತ್ಯಯ स्वमोर नपुंसकात् अनेन नपुंसक शब्दस्य परे सुप्रत्ययः लुक्. Whereas in Strilinga it happens with halgi.
Luk. Supratyayah lukni supratyayasya luk bhavati.
And in Strilinga it is halgyabhya dirgha sutisya pratyam hal. After lopa anubandha lope krute in Strilinga sakarasya apukta sakarasya lopah bhavati, whereas in here it is straight away it gets deleted or annotated, whatever it is.
Removed. So, eluded. If you are using eluded, it's removed by swamor napumsakad. Why not use halgyabhyu dirgha? Can you use halgyabhyu dirgha over here?
No, in fact, this is Napunsakalinga Shabda. So
you talked in Strilinga, you can use Halgyabhyo Dirghat. Similarly, in the Napumsakalinga Shabda, can you use Halgyabhyo Dirghat here? I'm not objecting, I'm not saying why you use Samor Napumsakat. This is correct. Can you, instead of Samor Napumsakat, is it okay to use Halgyabhyo Dirghat?
I think probably there also we have to look the number of sutra.
So Halgyabhyo Dirghat is what? 6168? I don't know. What is the number? 6168, I think.
Probably. One, I guess.
That's okay. Plus or minus here and there. So, Savita ji.
दीर्घान्तात् भवेत् किल महोदय?
हलन्त अस्ति किल? सजोष. Like marutta plus
हलन्तात्.
So can you use halgyabhyo dirghat? Anybody? I am not objecting why you are using sajusha with samor napunsakat, but can you use halgyabhyo dirghat? Anybody? Purnima ji.
Can be, Mahodaya. It is a halanta shabdat.
So why not use halgyabhyo dirghat? It can be used. So why not use it?
Because it is napumsakalinga, samor napumsakat is applicable, more apt.
More apt.
There is no concept of apt or unapt in Panini Ashtadhyayi. There are fixed rules, Ashutosh ji.
Paratvat.
Very simple, basics. Paratvat. Swamor napumsakat. Always remember, vipratishedhe param karyam. Vipratishedha means you need two overlapping circles. So what is a vipratishedha? Swamor napumsakat can be used for vari, where halgyabhyo dirghat is not applicable. Halgyabhyo dirghat can be used for maruta, where swamor napumsakat is not applicable. So in case of vipratishedha, always draw this Venn diagram and always try to show application of first sutram which does not fall in the scope of another sutram on both the sides. Once you do that, you have established a vipratishedha. Vipratishedha, the definition of vipratishedha is प्रत्येकं सूत्रस्य अन्यत् सूत्रं विना प्रयोगस्य सम्भवः. So you are demonstrating that Samor Napumsakat can be used for Vari. You are demonstrating that Marut is for Hangyabhyo Dirgha. That is Vipratishedha. And now in case of overlap, where you have, say, Sajush plus Su in the Napumsakalinga, you say Vipratishedhe Param Karyam, and you just look at the numbers and you take the Parasutra and use it. So this way you have Swamor Napumsakata will cause the look of the Su Pratyaya. What after that?
सजुष् प्रत्ययलोपे प्रत्ययलक्षणम् अतः सुप्रत्यये सजुष् इत्यस्य पदसंज्ञा अनन्तरं सजुष् रोर्वुपधायाः अनेन दीर्घ अनेन उपधा इक् वर्णस्य उकारस्य दीर्घः भवति.
Where is रेफ and vakaro? Rvo upadhayaha dirghaha ikha. There should be either a ref or there should be a vakara. What you have is a sajusha. Somebody is saying ref is not there, vakara is not there. You have sajusha. Shakara is there. It's neither a ref nor a vakara.
Here I made a mistake, in fact. I should have written the next sutra previously in this place.
So you should have done what? Rutvam first.
Rutvam first, then...
because it's 8 to 66. So you first do Rutvam.
Correct.
And you are randomly mixing up Raswa and Dirgha. It should be... no, not mixing. There should be a... this step moves ahead. So you should be should have Sajura, and then now it is a Rephanta Dhatu, because Sha getting converted to Ra doesn't change the Dhatu Samnya. It's not a Pratyaya that is getting added. It's a transformation inside that particular verb. So verb remains as it is. So Sajura, and now Rvopadhayaha Dirghaika causes Upadha Ikvarnasya Dirghaha. Sajura, that's 8 to 76. And then you apply Kharvasani or Visarjaniya to make a Visarga. Sajuhu. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just flip.
Even in corrected document, there are many mistakes.
that's
I am very sorry.
That's it. So same thing in the Sambuddhi
same thing in
also.
Sambuddhi
same
also.
Thing Sambuddhi. Let's talk about Au and Out.
Dvakyordyojana Aupritiya, then Sajush Shi Napunsakacha Anena Au Ityatra Shi Adesaha Anaikalvatvena Sarvadesha.
Very good.
Sajush I Sthanivat Bhavene Shi Ityatra Shakarasya Itsangya Lashakwatadite Anena Tasya Sajushi iti varnamelanena suptigantam padam.
Payasi, noted dhanuhu, dhanushi. In the same way, sajuhu, sajuhu, sajushi.
And one thing, now we are doing au now. So, in fact, this doesn't happen in Strilinga pada. Straight sajush plus au sajushau iti rupam siddhyati.
Very good. In Strilinga is just a varnamilanam. Now observe the difference between Dhanush and Sajush. In case of Sajush, because a Sh becomes a R, you have, sorry. Wait, why is... because Sh becomes, I forgot talking about that. You mentioned Sasajushoruhu. Sasajushoruhu ityanena sa ityasya rutvam bhavati. It's a very unique application of Sasajushoruhu. It is for Sajush. Correct. So it is not for Sa. It is for Sajush. I should have stressed that point. So Sajushoruhu, that Sajusha component is used over here. Therefore Rutva happens. Now understand the difference between Dhanus and Sajush. In case of Dhanush, the Pratipadikam is Dhanusa. That Sa becomes Sasajushoruhu because of the Sa component, giving Dhanur. But this is not a Dhatuvanta. So Rvorupadhayaha Dirghaika is not applicable, and therefore you get Dhanuhu with a Hasvokara. Whereas for Sajusha, first of all, it is the Sajusha component of Sasajushoruhu that converts Sh to R, and then there is a Rvopadhayaha Dirghaikaha which converts Sajur and then Visarga. Therefore, Prathama Ekvachanam changes. It is Sajuhu, whereas Dhanuhu. Prathama Dvivachanam is same. It is Sajushi and Dhanushi. No difference. Now let's go to Prathama Bahuvachanam. Sajush
Here
plus
again,
jasa.
probably I was thinking of another question from you. Sajush plus she napunsakacha. Why it shall be dirgha ikara, not hrasva ikara? That's what I thought.
Okay, now you only
Probably you
answer
might
it.
ask.
Now you only answer it. So,
So I think after this, numagama might happen if I am right.
okay.
If
No, but
it is
numagama happens
hrasva
only for
ikara.
sarvanama sthana. See, the answer is very simple. Where you are saying dvivachanam, right? If the E is Haswa, then the form will be wrong. It's as simple as that. It will be Sajushi with a Haswa Ikara. If you just add a Haswa E, the form will be wrong, right? Sajushi. That's the reason.
Correct.
Therefore, they have to be a Dirgha Ikara. And Numagama is not in picture because Numagama only happens for Sarvanama Sthana. This is not a Sarvanama Sthana. If the Haswa she would have been then Adesha, then there would be a possibility of Sarva. Yeah, that's also acceptable. There is a possibility of Sarvanama Sthana giving yet another different form. Okay. But eventually there will not be a Dirgha Ikara. Therefore, the E, she is required over here.
That was only a long shot thought. That's it, nothing else.
Sajush plus Jasa.
Just बहुवचन अक्षयं जस् प्रत्यय शी जस् शसौ शी अनेन नपुंसक शब्दात् विहितस्य जस् प्रत्ययस्य शी आदेशः अनेकाल्वत्वात् सर्वादेशः सयुषि शी सर्वनामस्थानम् अनेन नपुंसक शब्दस्य विहितस्य शी प्रत्ययस्य सर्वनामस्थंज्ञा संज्ञा सजुष धन इ स्थानिवद्भावेन शी इत्यस्य लशक्व तद्धिते अनेन शकारस्य इत् संज्ञा तस्य लोपः सजु नुम इष इ नपुंसकस्य झलचः अनेन जल वर्णात् नपुंसक शब्दात् विहितस्य सर्वनाम संज्ञक प्रत्यये परे नुम आगमः मिदचोन्त्यात् परः अनेन शब्दस्य अंतिम अच् परे कृतम् सजु इष इ मकारस्य इत्संज्ञा हलन्त्यम् अनेन तस्य लोपः उकारः उच्चारणार्थं तस्यापि लोपः सजुंषि वर्णमेलनेन सजुंषि नस्य पदान्तस्य जलि अनेन अपदान्त नकारस्य अनुस्वारादेशः सजुंषि इति रूपं सुप्तिगन्तं पदम्.
Very good. Why not dirgha sajunshi? Because what happens in dhanus? Dhanuhu, dhanushi, dhanunshi. Why not sajuhu, sajuhu, sajushi, sajunshi? Why not dirgha? You see the difference? Dhanus and sajush. There's a reason why this word has been given. It's dhanunshi. Why not sajunshi? Anybody? I mean, you are also welcome to answer.
Again, I think that Oropadaya we are not applying.
That's because of Ropadaya is Rephant. There is no possibility of R over here.
So that is the reason we are not making Dirgha.
No. But in case of Dhanunshi, is the Dirgha because of Ropadaya Dirghaika?
No.
Which sutram causes a Dirgha over there?
Oh, again,
that's okay. Purnimaji.
Mohoday Santa Mahata
Very good. Santa Mahata Sanyogasya. Now see the brilliance of Panini Maharishi. He says Santa, specifically Sakara. Santa Mahata Sanyogasya. Na plus sa. If you have a combination of na plus sa, that's get converted. That's what undergoes an Upadha Dirgha. Payansi. Dhanunshi. In this way, you need a na plus sa combination. Let's go to Dhanuswar over here and you will understand once you see the prakriya. In Dhanush, as usual, you need a sh in the search. Dhanush. If you go to Dhanunshi, you will see Santa Mahata Santa Mahata Sanyogasya is the one that causes a Raswa to Dirgha. It is na plus sa. This is the crucial difference. It is not sajus. It is sajush. There is no Shanta Mahata Sanyogasya, and therefore you do not have a sutram that causes an Upadha Dirgha. Therefore, the form is sajunshi with a hrasva ukara. Very unique word where the prathama bahuvachanam does not have a dirgha. Like jagat, jagati, jaganti. Like that, sajuhu, sajuhu, sajushi, sajunshi. Otherwise, all the sakaranta words, payansi, dhanunsi, even the normal words, phalam, phale, phalani, vari, varini, varini, everywhere you will see dirgha because of various sutras. But here you don't see a dirgha because there is no na plus sa. This was the reason. This is the reason why this particular word was given. All other prakriya is actually very simple. So, pratyay pare.
Dvakyor Dvivachanam,
Swamorna same
here, correct. But the only thing is, I have written Or Upadaya in correct place. That's what thing.
Where here?
Yes, Sajur.
Okay.
Here it was.
Okay. Here you have written, so you will get marks. So here you have written. So Sajushwaru, this is again Sajushwar, that is causing a Ratvam, Rvo Upadaya Dirgha. Correct. And then Bahushu Bahuvachanam, same thing. Now Tritiya Ekvachanam onwards, it's all Varnamelam. Sajusha.
Shi Sarvanamastanam. Here it is, Shi Sarvanamastanam is there. That is one this thing.
That's also in just also it is Shi Sarvanam Sthanam, right? So same. Prathama and Dvitiya
same.
So Tritiya Sajusha, normal Varnamelam. Let's go to Bhyam.
Bhyam. Sajush Bhyam. Tritiya Bahuvachanam.
Dvivachanam.
Sorry. Then Sajur Bhyam. Padasangikasya Sajushitkyasya Antima Shakarasya Rutvadesah.
Very good. Correct.
Sajur. Then Sajur plus Bhyam Upadasya Ajananaskitana Ukarasya Lopa. Itsangya Tasya Lopa. Sajur Bhyam. Then Refantasya Vakarantasya Ror Upadaya Dirgaha Ikaha. And then Jakaranta Jakarottara Ukarasya Dirgaha Sajur Bhyam iti Rupam.
Correct. Again, Rupadhaya Dirgha is applied over here. But the Pada Samnya is by, see, Rephanta Vakarantasya Padasya. Rupadhaya Dirgha is always for Pada. I think you only asked the difference between Rupadhaya Dirgha and Halicha. Two consecutive sutras, one is for Pada, one is for Apada. So you have to say Padasya, and therefore Pada Samnya has to be given. In case of Sajura, Swadishva Sarvanama Sthane gives the Pada Samnya. Once it is Pada, Rephanta Vakarantasya Padasya Upadhaya Dirgha. Dirgha se ikvarnasya, ikvarnasya dirgha bhavati. So Padasya is an important component over here. Do you remember, or shall I go to the Sutra pattern?
No, I remember.
Okay. So Rupadhaya Dirgha is for Pada, Halicha is for Apada. We have not studied Halicha yet. So that's Sajur Bhyam. Everything else, Sajur Bhihi, Sajushe, Sajur Bhyaha, no change. Let's directly go to Saptami Bahuvachanam. Supa.
Supritya.
Saptami Bahuvachanam.
One. Bahushu Bahuvachanam Bahuvachanam Vivaksham Saptami Vivakte Supritya. Pakarasa Itsangya Halansimanena Tasya Lopa. Sajush Su Swadishu Sarvanamastanena Sajush Ityatra Padasangya. Sajush Su Orupadaya Dirgaha Anena Jakarottara Upadabhutasya.
Same problem here. First you have to do Sajushoruhu.
Correct.
Sajushoruhu, Vorupadhaya Dirghaika. So Sajusha plus Su. Sajura plus Su. And then Sajura plus Su. Then Repha becomes Visarga. Sajuhu plus Su.
Then Sajuhu plus Su Roho Supi Anena Repha Ru Ityasmat Praptasya Refasya Visargadesya.
Again, so
Anena Sajuhu Stu.
Wait. This is Ru, but it is not Sakar converted to Ru. This is Sajush converted to Ru. So Sajush is converted to, correct. Sajush is converted to Ru. So you get a Visarga. Sajuhu plus Su. Very good.
And Sajush plus Shu Vashari Anena Vaikalpika Sakare Deshya Visarga Bhave. Tarihi Sajuhu Shu Murdanya Shakaraha Adesha Pratyayo Anena Pratyavayavasya Sakarasya Sthane Shakaradayasah.
Correct.
Sajus plus Su Sajussu iti Rupam.
Correct.
Sajush Shu Adesha Pratyayo Anena Pratyavayasya Sakarasya Shakaradayasah.
And then finally
something I went.
Stunashtu. Finally
Stutva.
I think
At some place I went wrong. In the last two steps,
I
they
don't know
correct?
why you write twice Adesha Pratyayo. You have Sajush plus.
Correct.
You actually mixed the two prakriyas here. So Sajus plus Su, Sajus plus Shu, and then either you have either Sajuhu plus Su, or you have Sajus plus Su. In the first prakriya, only one Su gets converted to Shu. That's what you wrote over here. Sajuhu Shu. In the second prakriya, it is two conversions, which you wrote one here and one here, which is one sa getting converted to Shu by Adesha Pratyayayoho, and second getting converted by Shtunashtuhu. This is where you can actually legitimately apply Shtunashtuhu, because the Visarga getting converted to Sa is not an Adesha Sakara. So is not a Pratyaya Sakara. Adesha is irrelevant. We are not talked about Adesha at all over here. That is completely different context. This is not a Pratyaya Sakara. And therefore, you have to use a Shtunashtuhu to get Sajush. So I think this particular step I would have written in the Sajush word, but I don't know whether I wrote it correctly or not. This is all programmed.
In fact, this Shabda is not there.
No, but in the Strilinga also, Saptami Bahuvachanam will be same, right? So,
correct.
So Sajusu, you have Sajusu. One Sakara gets converted to Adesha Pratyayoho, and other gets converted by Shtunashtuhu. So this, compare and contrast this with Archis word that we did. And in other case, it is the Sajushu. It is just the Adesha Pratyayoho.
In fact, I didn't look at the Shabda Rupa that is there in the website, because it is Napunsak Shabda, and whereas that was there in Strilinga Shabda in the website.
That's okay.
As simple as that. Nothing else.
So thank you very much. Very well presented. So this completes. This completes Sajush word. We are going to stop. We are out of time.
Should I supply another document, a corrected document? Or
No. I'm not storing any documents. It's completely for you. They are not to be uploaded. Purely for
the
your
problem is that the video goes online. No, in the public website, I just don't want to have a wrong document. That's what my reason.
There will be document uploaded. It's just the video. So in the video, we are discussing it. It's corrected. So that's okay. Don't worry. No documents are being shared. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 words we did. To Muktaji, we will start with you tomorrow. Tad, etad. And if you can, ASR Murthy is saying that they can present now. So we may start with you tomorrow if you want. ASR Murthy, we can start with you, Atman and Shashin. And then we will go to Muktaji, Tad, etad. And there is, I think, one more word that you have, Bhavat. So if you can present it, it will be good. Otherwise, next week, up to you. And then Savitaji, Madhu, and Etad. I don't think you have given the document for Etad. If you want, you can send it. Otherwise, we'll just take Madhu, whichever one you want to send it. And please send further names so that I can add it to the list. As you can see, I'm not going over every prakriya now, just the core parts and where I have to ask questions. Only those are the things that I'm going to take. So we will hopefully pick up speed. Those who have not yet written or participated, please send your names. That's number 1. Number 2, a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, I saw there are some blanks in the Abhyasa Pustakam. Some people might have unvolunteered themselves. Feel free to pick up those and feel free to present. And those of you who are unable to present for any reason and have taken the words aside by themselves, please remove your name. It's okay if you are not presenting. This exercise is most encouraged to present, but this exercise is voluntary. So those who don't want to present can remove their name, and then other people can put their name in this place, in their place. So Samapayamaha, we will have the class tomorrow as usual. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिने नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिने नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिने नमः. धन्यवाद.